Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on April 20th, 2023 in Dallas, Texas, USA.
The compilation of the Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book, the Brāhmaṇa obtained Lord Nityananda's mercy by Lord Chaitanya's instruction under the section, The Glories of Sri Nityānanda Prabhu, Caitanya Bhagavat Antikand, chapter 6, text 114.
বিপ্রের প্রতি মহাপ্রভুর ভাগবত কথা কীর্তন দ্বারা নিত্যানন্দ প্রতি সন্দেহ পরিত্যাগে উপদেশ। কহিলা ও এই বিপ্র ভাগবত কথা, নিত্যানন্দ প্রতি দ্বিধা ছাড়ো সর্বথা।
I have thus explained to you topics from the Srimad Bhagavatam.
That Lord Nityānanda, you all your doubts Lord Nityānanda's Lord Nityānanda.
Give up your doubts about Lord Nityananda. Completely.
So after having explained different histories from the Srimad Bhagavatam,
So after having explained different histories from the Srimad Bhagavatam,
one should never allow or doubt or criticize a great soul.
how one should never laugh at or criticize or doubt a great soul.
So, explain how Lord Nityānanda was a great soul, and therefore no doubt should be held up.
So he was explaining how Lord Nityananda
চেষ্টা যেবা কিছু দেখো তান, তাহাতেও আদর করি লে পাই ত্রাণ।
Whatever uncommon activity of Lord Nityananda is seen,
one shows respect, honor,
if one shows respect, one will be delivered.
Lord Nityānanda is so great that even showing a little respect to him one can achieve liberation or deliverance.
Lord Nityananda is so great that even by showing a little respect to him, one can achieve liberation or deliverance. Caitanya Bhagavat Antikand, chapter 6, text 117.
পতিতের ত্রাণ লাগি তার অবতার যাহা হইতে সর্বজীবে হইবে উদ্ধার।
Lord Nityānanda has descended to save the fallen souls.
Lord Nityānanda has descended to save the fallen souls.
All living entities will be delivered by him.
All living entities will be delivered by him. Caitanya Bhagavat Antikam chapter 6, text 118.
বিধি নিষেধাদিত অচিন্ত চরিত্র নিত্যানন্দের নিন্দা অজ্ঞাত ক্রমে হইলেও বিষ্ণু ভক্তিতে অধিকার প্রাপ্ত ব্যক্তির পর্যন্ত তাহা হইতে চিরবঞ্চিত হইতে হয়। তাহারও আচার বিধি নিষেধের পার, তাহারে জানিতে শক্তি আছেও কাহার।
His behavior is beyond all rules and regulations.
His behavior is beyond all rules and regulations.
Who has the ability or power to understand?
Who has the ability, the power to understand him? Purport. Foolish people with no understanding of Sri Nityānanda, the source of all Vishnu tattvas, consider him an ordinary living entity, forced to enjoy the fruits of karma like themselves, and thus they traverse the path to hell. If, as a result of committing offenses described in verses like Arche Vishnao Shiladhir, one sees Lord Vishnu as equal to other personalities, then he is certain to go to hell. People who are puffed up with false ego and cheated by mundane knowledge bring about their own ruination by seeing them through external vision as equal. As a result, they fall from the lotus feet of Gopinath. What to speak of this, they even fall from the lotus feet of Aloyarnath. When a person loses the good fortune of serving Aloyarnath, he begins to worship the Jagannath of the Panchapashakas. While worshipping Jagannath, he fixes his mind in the worship of Bhuvaneshwar. Thereafter, when he commits offense at the feet of Bhuvaneshwar, the best of the devotees, he develops the propensity to perform pious activities. As a result, the desire awakens in him to take bath in and perform fruitive activities. The Vaitarani River in Yajapur. When he falls from pious activities and begins to commit sinful activities, he becomes ahankar vimudatma, or bewildered by false ego, and the sense of considering himself the doer distracts him from the path of spiritual life. When he further increases his offenses, he becomes averse to seeing the beauty of Sri Gopinath's lotus feet. Therefore, those who have not discussed the purport of the Vedic statement, Nayamatma balahinena, one cannot attain the goal of life without the mercy of Balaram, are inevitably degraded. Without the mercy of Nityānanda Prabhu, no living entity can attain any auspiciousness. If as a result of mundane knowledge, one feels powerful and gives up the service of Baladev, then he cannot attain the good fortune of serving Kṛṣṇa.
So, we can understand from this that a path to serving Radha and Kṛṣṇa is achieved by the mercy of Baladev.
So we can understand from this that the path to serving Radha and Kṛṣṇa is achieved by the mercy of Baladev.
And similarly, by serving Nityānanda Prabhu, we can get the mercy to serve Lord Caitanya.
Similarly, by serving Lord Nityananda Prabhu, we can get the mercy and serve Lord Caitanya. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antikand, chapter 6, text 119.
না বুঝিয়া নিন্দেহার চরিত্র অগাধ, পাইয়াও বিষ্ণু ভক্তি হয় তার বাদ।
If one fails to understand Lord Nityananda and then criticize his inconceivable behavior,
If one fails to understand Lord Nityananda and criticizes his inconceivable behavior,
even if he has attained the devotional spirit of Vishnu,
even if he has attained devotional service of Vishnu,
he will lose that also.
he will lose that also.
Finding various obstacles.
Finding various obstacles. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antikand, chapter 6, text 120.
বিপ্রকে নবদ্বীপে গমন পূর্বক এই সকল উপদেশ সকলের নিকট কীর্তনার্থ আদেশ দ্বারা প্রভুর লোক সমূহকে নিত্যানন্দ চরণে মহাপরাধ হইতে রক্ষা। চলো বিপ্র তুমি শীঘ্র নবদ্বীপে যাও, এই কথা কহি তুমি সবারে বুঝাও।
O Brāhmaṇa, go quickly to Navadvip
and tell others of these talks.
and tell others of these talks.
Make them understand.
Make them understand.
You should make them understand.
You should make them understand.
So, Lord Caitanya was instructing the Brāhmaṇa to go and deliver these examples to the people in Navadvip.
So Lord Chaitanya was instructing the Brāhmana to go and deliver these examples to the other people of Navadvip,
so that they can be saved of the great offense of blaspheming Lord Nityananda.
so that they can be saved from the great offense of blaspheming Lord Nityananda. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antikand, chapter 6, text 121.
পাছে দাঁড়ে কেহ কার কোনো রূপে নিন্দা করে, তবে আরো রক্ষা তান নাহি যম ঘরে।
In any way criticizes Lord Nityananda,
If anyone, in any way, criticizes Lord Nityananda,
then they'll have no protection.
then they will have no protection
In the abode of King Yamaraj.
in the abode of King Yamaraj.
Lord Caitanya was giving these instructions that people would not criticize Lord Nityananda.
So Lord Chaitanya was giving these instructions so that people would not criticize Lord Nityananda.
And thus that they free from the great offense of criticizing a highly qualified soul.
And thus they'd be freed from the great offense of criticizing a highly qualified soul. Caitanya Bhagavat Antikand, chapter 6, text 122.
নিত্যানন্দ প্রীতিতেই গৌর প্রীতি যে তাহারে প্রীতি করে সে করে আমারে সত্য 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 বিপ্র কহিল তোমারে
One who loves Lord Nityananda loves me.
Haribo. One who loves Lord Nityananda loves me.
This is true, this is true, this is true, O Rama.
This is true, this is true, this is true, O Brāhmaṇa.
I have spoken to you.
I have spoken to you. Caitanya Bhagavat Antikand, chapter 6, text 123.
সর্বতন্ত্র সৎতন্ত্র বলদেব নিত্যানন্দ মদিরা জবনি যদি নিত্যানন্দ ধরে তথাপি ব্রহ্মার বৃন্দে তথাপি ব্রহ্মার বন্দে কহিল তোমারে
If the girl or an outcast girl is held by Lord Nityananda,
If liquor or an outcast girl is held by Lord Nityananda,
nevertheless, he is worshipable by Lord Brahma.
nevertheless, he is worshipable by Lord Brahma.
I say unto you,
I say this unto you. Purport by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. One who has great love for the lotus feet of Sri Guru and Vaishnava is extremely dear to the Supreme Lord. It is impossible for a person who has no love for the lotus feet of Sri Guru and Vaishnava to attain Kṛṣṇa's mercy. Love for one's fellow human beings and service to the conditioned souls cannot attract the Supreme Lord's love. The conditional knowledge of a living entity is dispelled only by the influence of service to Sri Guru and Vaishnava. As a result of the knowledge of one's relationship to Kṛṣṇa, that spiritual master imparts in their ears the conditioned souls develop love for Sri Hari, Guru, and Vaishnava, and engage in their eternal service. On that platform, the spirit of material enjoyment cannot attack them. The taste that sinful people develop by accepting misconceptions about so-called gurus and the Supreme Lord, the original shelter, is completely separate from the eternal truth and is simply illusion. That is why Sri Gaurasundar used the word Satya 3 times. If duplicitous so-called gurus accept this teaching of the Supreme Lord in a perverted way and use it to accumulate ingredients for their own sense gratification, then such so-called gurus will fall with their disciples into hell forever and never return.
All Sampradayas want their followers to accept them.
The Apasampradayas want their followers to accept them,
But they don't follow the instructions of Lord Chaitanya.
but they don't follow the instructions of Lord Chaitanya.
Therefore, we are neglected by Lord Chaitanya.
Therefore they are neglected by Lord Chaitanya.
one should follow the Guru who follows Lord Chaitanya, his Guru.
One should follow the Guru who follows Lord Chaitanya, his Guru.
And his Guru.
And his Guru.
And Lord Nityānanda is the Adi Guru.
And Lord Nityānanda is the Adi Guru.
And one respects Lord Nityānanda, his representative, a spiritual master, and Lord Chaitanya.
One should respect Lord Nityānanda, Lord Chaitanya, and his representative, the spiritual master.
One should respect Adi Guru, Lord Nityānanda.
One should respect Adi Guru, Lord Nityānanda,
His representative, the spiritual master.
his representative, the spiritual master.
And this way, one will follow Lord Chaitanya.
In this way, one will follow Lord Chaitanya. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antya-khanda, chapter 6, text 124.
তথাহি শ্রীমুখকৃত শিক্ষাশ্রী
Griniyadya yavani panim vishedvasu nidhi kalyam tatapi brahmanov handhyam Nityānanda padambujam. Whether Sri Nityānanda accepts the hand of a Yavan woman or enters a liquor shop, his lotus feet are still worshipable by even Brahma. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antya-khanda, chapter 6, text 125.
বিপ্রের সংশয় মোচন ও নিত্যানন্দ চরণে বিশ্বাস শুনিয়া প্রভুর বাক্য সুকৃতি ব্রাহ্মণ পরম আনন্দ যুক্ত হইল তখন।
And hearing Lord Chaitanya's instructions,
After hearing Lord Chaitanya's instructions,
the fortunate Brāhmaṇa
the fortunate Brāhmaṇa
became greatly happy
became greatly happy
at that time.
at that time. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antya-khanda, chapter 6, text 126.
নিত্যানন্দ প্রতি বড় জন্মিল বিশ্বাস তবে আইলেন বিপ্র নব দীপবাস।
Towards Lord Nityānanda, the Brahmana achieved pure faith.
Towards Lord Nityānanda, the Brāhmana achieved pure faith.
Regarding Lord Nityānanda.
Pure faith regarding Lord Nityānanda.
Thus, he came to the Brahman came to stay to his residence in Navadvip.
Thus, the Brahman came to take residence in Navadvip, return to his residence in Navadvip. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antya-khanda, chapter 6, text 127.
বিপ্রের নবদ্বীপে আগমন ও নিত্যানন্দ চরণে ক্ষমা ভিক্ষা ও নিত্যানন্দের প্রসন্নতা সেই ভাগবত বিপ্র আসি নবদ্বীপে সর্বদ আইলা নিত্যানন্দের সমীপে।
That fortunate Brahmana
That fortunate Brahmana,
upon returning to Navadvip,
upon returning to Navadvip,
he first went to see Lord Nityānanda.
He first went to see Lord Nityānanda. Caitanya Bhagavat Antikand, chapter 6, text 128.
অকৈতবে কহিলেন নিজ অপরাধ প্রভু শুনিয়া তারে করিলা প্রসাদ
The Brahman admitted his offense without any duplicity.
The Brāhmaṇa admitted his offense without any duplicity.
And Lord Nityānanda, after hearing him, bestowed his mercy on him.
And Lord Nityānanda Prabhu, after hearing him, bestowed his mercy on him. Caitanya Bhagavat Antikand, chapter 6, text 129.
বেদগুচ্ছ ও লোকবাহ্য অভিন্ন বলদেব নিত্যানন্দের চরিত্র চৈতন্য কৃপা ব্যতীত দুর্বাহ হেন নিত্যানন্দ স্বরূপের ব্যবহার বেদগুচ্ছ লোকবাহ্য যাহারও আচার
Such is the behavior of Lord Nityānanda Swarup.
Such is the behavior of Lord Nityānanda Swarup.
His dealings are incomprehensible to the Vedas and ordinary people.
His dealings are incomprehensible to the Vedas and ordinary people. Caitanya Bhagavat Antikand, chapter 6, text 130.
পরমার্থে নিত্যানন্দ পরম যোগীন্দ্র যারে কহি আদি দেব ধরণী ধরেন্দ্র
Lord Nityānanda, according to spiritual consideration,
Lord Nityānanda, according to spiritual consideration,
is supreme among the rest of the mystic yogis.
is supreme among the best of the mystic yogis.
He is known as Adideva,
He is known as Adideva,
the sustainer, holder of all universes.
the sustainer and holder of all universes. Caitanya Bhagavat Antikand, chapter 6, text 131.
সহস্র বদন নিত্য শুদ্ধ কলেবর চৈতন্যের কৃপা বিনা জানিতে দুষ্কর
Lord Nityānanda is not different from Anantadev.
Lord Nityānanda is non-different from Anantadev.
Therefore, he has thousands of heads,
And therefore he has thousands of heads.
and his body is eternally pure.
And his body is eternally pure.
Without the mercy of Lord Caitanya, it is very difficult to understand Lord Nityānanda.
Without the mercy of Lord Caitanya, it is very difficult to understand Lord Nityānanda.
So, Lord Nityānanda, since he's the first expansion of Kṛṣṇa,
So Lord Nityānanda, since he is the first expansion of Kṛṣṇa,
he's not different from Balaram.
he's non-different from Balaram.
So, it's very hard to understand him.
So it's very hard to understand him.
One understands him by Lord Chaitanya's causeless mercy.
One understands him by Lord Chaitanya's causeless mercy. Text 132.
বিভিন্ন ভূমিকা হইতে নিত্যানন্দ সম্বন্ধে বিভিন্ন উক্তি কেহ বলে নিত্যানন্দ যেন বলরাম কেহ বলে চৈতন্যেরও বড় প্রিয় ধাম
Some people say Lord Nityānanda is like Lord Balaram.
Some people say Lord Nityānanda is like Lord Balaram.
Others say Lord Nityānanda is most dear to Lord Chaitanya.
Others say Lord Nityānanda is most dear to Lord Chaitanya. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antikon chapter 6, text 133.
কেহ বলে মহাতেজি অংশ অধিকারী কেহ বলে কোন রূপ বুঝিতে না পারি
Some people say Lord Nityānanda is a powerful midnight portion of the Supreme Lord.
Some people say Lord Nityānanda, he is a powerful plenary portion of the Supreme Lord.
Other people say we cannot understand Lord Nityānanda.
Other people say we cannot understand Lord Nityānanda
Or anything about him.
or anything about him. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antikon chapter 6, text 134.
কিবা জীব নিত্যানন্দ কিবা ভক্ত জ্ঞানী যার যেন মত ইচ্ছা না বলয়ে কেনি
Someone may consider Lord Nityānanda an ordinary living entity.
Someone may consider Lord Nityānanda an ordinary living entity.
Someone may consider him a devotee.
Someone may consider him a devotee.
And some may consider him a jnani.
And some may consider him a jnani.
They may say whatever they like
They may say whatever they like,
according to their vision.
according to their vision.
Lord Nityananda's Swarup is what he is. And people, if they give their interpretation, it doesn't affect Lord Nityananda's actual position.
Lord Nityānanda is what he is. And people who give their interpretation, it doesn't affect his actual position.
So we should try to understand the position of Lord Nityānanda from Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu.
So we should try to understand the position of Lord Nityānanda from Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antikon chapter 6, text 135.
কিন্তু নিত্যানন্দই নিত্য জগৎগুরু যে সে জ্ঞানে চৈতন্যেরও নিত্যানন্দ নহে তান পাদ পদ্ম মোর রহুক হৃদয়ে
In whatever way Lord Nityananda is related to Lord Chaitanya.
In whatever way Lord Nityananda is related to Lord Chaitanya,
because I desire that the lotus feet may stay remain in my heart.
I request that his lotus feet remain in my heart. Caitanya Bhagavat Antikand, chapter 6, text 136.
সে আমার প্রভু আমি জন্ম জন্ম দাস সবার চরণে মোর এই অভিলাষ
Lord Nityananda is my master. I am his servant, birth after birth.
Lord Nityananda is my master. I am his servant, birth after birth.
This is my aspiration at the lotus feet of everyone.
This is my aspiration at the lotus feet of everyone.
Nityānanda Thakur, the author of the Chaitanya Bhagavat, he wants to maintain his eternal relationship as a servant of Lord Nityānanda.
So Vrindavan Das Thakur, the author of the Chaitanya Bhagavat, he wants to retain his eternal relationship with Lord Nityananda. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antikand, chapter 6, text 137.
নিত্যানন্দ নিন্দুকের প্রতি নিত্যানন্দ ভৃত্যের অহৈতুক কৃপা এত পরিহারেও যে পাপী নিন্দা করে তবে লাথি মারো তার শরীরে উপরে
Disregarding all these, if a sinner criticizes Lord Nityananda,
Disregarding all these, if a sinner criticizes Lord Nityananda,
then I kick him on his head.
then I kick him on his head. Purport from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. In the Hari Bhakti Kalpalatika, chapter 2, text 46, it is stated, although the devotees are all tolerant, they cannot tolerate the blaspheme of other devotees. Always desiring Lord Krishna's service, they do not desire anything else. And in the Hari Bhakti Kalpalatika, chapter 3, text 15, it is stated, O Lord, if we become lusty to attain your devotional service, angry at those who blaspheme you, greedy to accept food, flowers, and other things offered to you, enchanted by you, proud to identify as your devotee, and intoxicated by drinking the honey of your lotus feet, then we may easily defeat the lust, anger, greed, enchantment, pride, and intoxication that are our enemies.
This verse explains how one is by being very attached to the Lord and his devotees. They can defeat all the enemies, all the vices.
So this verse is explaining that how by one being attached to the Lord and his devotees, one can easily defeat all of the enemies, all of the vices. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antikand, chapter 6, text 138.
গুরু সেবকের ভরসা ও অভিলাষ আমারও প্রভুর প্রভু শ্রী গৌর সুন্দর এ বড় ভরসা আমি ধরিয়ে অন্তর
my Lord Nityānanda is Lord Sri Kṛṣṇa.
The Lord of my Lord, Lord Nityānanda, is Sri Gaurasundar.
This is a great hope that I hold in my heart.
This is a great hope that I hold in my heart. Caitanya Bhagavat, Antikan, chapter 6, text 139.
হেনদিন হইবে কি চৈতন্য নিত্যানন্দ দেখিব বেষ্টিত চতুর দিগে ভক্তবৃন্দ
That day come when I see Lord Caitanya and Lord Nityānanda in the midst of the devotees.
Will that day ever come when I may see Lord Caitanya and Nityānanda in the midst of their devotees? Caitanya Bhagavat, Antikan, chapter 6, text 140.
জয় 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 মহা প্রভু গৌরচন্দ্র দিলাও মিলাও তুমি প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ
Glories, glories, glories. Mahaprabhu Gaurachandra. Lord Mahaprabhu Gaurachandra.
Glories, glories, glories unto Mahaprabhu, Lord Caitanya.
By your mercy,
By your mercy,
give me to Lord Nityānanda.
give me to Lord Nityānanda.
By the mercy of Lord Caitanya, one gets Lord Nityānanda. By Lord Nityananda's mercy, one gets mercy of Lord Caitanya.
By the mercy of Lord Caitanya, one gets Lord Nityānanda, and by the mercy of Lord Nityānanda, one gets Lord Caitanya. Caitanya Bhagavat, Antikan, chapter 6, text 141.
তথাপি হয়ে কৃপা করো গৌর হরি নিত্যানন্দ সঙ্গে যেন তোমার না পাশরি
Nevertheless, after
Having the association of Lord Nityānanda,
that I never forget you.
please allow that I never forget you. Purport by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. Nityānanda is Sri Guru Tattva. It is not proper for the Lord's devotees to have any relationship with those who associate with any atheist, envious of Nityānanda, whose body is non-different from Kṛṣṇa. The qualification to serve the lotus feet of the spiritual master diminishes by the influence of bad association. Therefore, one should never act in a way that will disrupt remembrance of one's spiritual master, who is the unalloyed, eternal servant of Sri Gaurasundar, and whose body is non-different from Sri Gaurasundar. Those who use spiritual life for material gain are not devotees, but servants of sense gratification. A so-called devotee and a devotee have completely opposite characteristics. That is why it is very unfortunate to consider those who indulge in materialistic association as members of a spiritual society. When one invites his own destruction, he becomes deprived of spiritual life and considers the spiritual master, who is non-different from Nityānanda, as separate from Sri Nityānanda, the Prakash Vigraha of Sri Caitanya, Sri Krishna Caitanya. Such people can never attain the service of Sri Gaurasundar. They suffer perpetually because of disrespecting their guru. The path currently pursued by some completely duplicitous so-called devotees opposed to Sri Gaudiya Math will result in inauspiciousness. That is why the devotees are greatly distressed to see their impending inauspiciousness.
He's wondering how the people who are against Lord Nityānanda, Lord Caitanya, they are earning their own ruination.
Ruining their own?
Creating
their own ruination. So here Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is warning how those people opposed to Lord Nityānanda, Lord Caitanya, are creating their own ruination. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antikam chapter 6, text 142.
নিত্য সেবা বা দাস্য প্রার্থনা যথা যথা তুমি দুই করো অবতার তথা তথা দাস্য মোর হৌ অধিকার
However, the two of you incarnate,
Wherever the two of you incarnate,
Raja,
Correct.
Caitanya, Lord Nityānanda, and Radha.
Brackets, Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityānanda, and the brackets.
Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityānanda, brackets, Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityānanda, end of brackets.
Oh, there it is.
I achieve the qualification to become their servants. So,
May I achieve the qualification to become your servant. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antikam chapter 6, text 143.
শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য নিত্যানন্দ চন্দ যান বৃন্দাবন দাস তছু পদ যুগে গান
Sunday, Lord Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya and Lord Nityānanda taught, and my life is all.
Accepting Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda Prabhu as my life and soul.
I, Nityānanda, sing the glories of their lotus feet.
I, Vrindavan Das, sing the glories of their lotus feet. Thus ends the chapter entitled, The Brāhmaṇa Obtains Lord Nityananda's Mercy by Lord Chaitanya's Instruction. Under the section, The Glories of Sri Nityananda Prabhu.
So, we understand from these verses how we have to be very careful to respect Lord Nityānanda and Lord Caitanya.
So we understand by these verses how we have to be very careful to respect Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya.
And those who are representing them.
And those who are representing them.
In this way, you see how Nityānanda Thakur, he is very much committed to serving Lord Nityānanda and Lord Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya.
So we can see how Vrindavan Das Thakur is very committed to serving Lord Nityānanda and Lord Caitanya.
Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.